What is cracking, guys? JP here again, bringing you another update of my 90-gallon reef tank. So today I did a lot of maintenance. I basically did a massive 50-gallon water change to just reset everything, or mostly reset stuff, because it's been a month and a half since I did a water change and there was some weird stuff going on in the tank. Now I'm doing dosing two-part magnesium and kalkwasser, and I have a skimmer, so there was a lot of ions getting replaced and removed, and I don't do trace minerals dosing. I don't do any ICP, so there was stuff definitely missing. How I know about this is because my Montipora started to have these weird blotches of white on the flesh, as you can see. So I'm not sure if this is because of the alkalinity spike or magnesium or nitrate. I'm not really sure myself. I'm not an expert, but usually if I do a water change, that's usually just reset stuff. Um, I also started having some RTN and this mint pavona. I never had that before, which is kind of weird. It just happened like a couple days ago. The same as this green staghorn. Yeah, some weird RTN going on. STN wise, I've been having an STN, or well, it's more like tissue recession from the shading. As you can see, this purple valida is just not retaining the tissue right there, the bottom where it's shaded from the light. You can kind of see where it's white, and you can see the still the flesh. So yeah. The funny thing is, this is my fastest growing coral with my Jason Fox flame, more like fastest growing acro. This is started to plate or table out from the top, as you can see. It's looking very nice. Now I am running 10K mel halide, 250 watts on each with T5 actinic. My runtime for mel halide is only 5 hours every day and about 3 hours for the T5, so nothing too crazy. I also changed this rock. Now this rock, I've been battling with some aptasia on an area here. So I just removed the old rock and I put this rock, I have this rock in the sump, just on standby just in case. And the day finally came and I just took out the rock that have the aptasia so that I don't have any more problems. I don't want to have it spread around the tank, and re-glued all the other corals. So yeah, looks like they're settling in nicely. Hopefully this fish will be okay, because my firefish doesn't have the home anymore. There used to be a big cavern system right there. I guess not anymore. We'll see. Poor fish. While I was doing my water change, I did a massive gravel vacuum in this area, because this is my low flow area and this is where the detritus will settle down. Over time, if you have a big reef tank, small or big actually, you'll find where the detritus will settle out because of the flow, and that's where you can vacuum them really easily. So yeah. I also moved my green slimer right there so that hopefully it will grow out, straight out, to make the area here that's empty fill out a little bit nicer. So we'll see. In the sump area, like I said, when I do a water change, I usually do it for a purpose. So I took out my algae reactor, I took out my skimmer, took out the rocks, and have a little small pump on with a tube, and basically pumped out all the detritus from the bottom to a bucket. That was the easiest way. So now it's super clean and really nice until the next month or so where it's nice and dirty again. While I was at it, I cleaned my Chaetomorpha reactor right here, or refugium. Just remove a lot of algae and shook out a lot of the detritus that's stuck on the Chaetomorpha. Um, Clean my filter sock. I need to start running some sock so that the detritus doesn't accumulate so much in the bottom. So once I'm all done, I actually was just perfect, right on the mark, 50 gallons. So it was nice. I actually removed my Calquaso reactor. I had the Avast Marine K2. I bought the DIY where they ship you all the parts and you put it all together. Now the problem with my reactor was the bottom started to leak. I'm not sure where the leak is. We'll test it out. I actually still got some of the glue, so I'm gonna re-glue it and see where I can reseal the area where it started leaking. Now the leak is not fast, maybe like a drop every minute, but it was noticeable because it started to pool some water on the bottom. So that was not nice. So right now I'm just doing two-part. Hopefully that will kind of stabilize my system also, because I have not cleaned that Calquaso reactor in like 3 months. Usually you clean it every month, remove the water, remove the old powder in the bottom and put new powder in, but I have not been doing that. So it was just screaming that it's time. So maybe that was causing the problem. What's going on with my system? Maybe I had some pH spike or alkalinity spike. My alkalinity has been 11.2 in the past month or so. So maybe that's the problem, causing some tip burn or some kind of alkalinity burn or pH burn. I guess there's no alkalinity burn. It's more like the pH burn where it spiked up really quickly or changed too quickly. What I noticed too is my nitrates and phosphate usually is high. Nitrates was like 60, while phosphate was like 0.2. And ever since I did a massive cleaning on my Chaetomorpha bucket, my nitrates gone down to like 10, and my phosphate gone down to about 0.1 or less. So maybe that was something bad with the high alkalinity. That could happen, or the pH spike. I'm not sure. Like I said, that's why I did a water change to just reset some stuff. So hopefully in the next week or so, or next update, the corals will recover and grow back, or stop getting worse at least. So we'll see. But all the fish seem to be unfazed. They're doing just fine, except for the firefish with no home now, or trying to find a new home. My Tumini tang is looking really nice. White tail, orange fin, yellow silver belly wrasse is doing just fine. But yeah. Now, when I visited a couple days ago, this torch coral fell down and actually hit the hammer right here. So there's a weird tissue recession going on, but I think it will regrow back. So hopefully so, because it's a nice clean area now. And I made sure I have more glue on that torch coral. So yeah, hopefully, finger crossed, that water change will fix a lot of problems. I'll show you my lighting right here. As you can see, there's the two male halides, there's the two T5s on the side. Now these are about 12 inches from the water surface, so it's pretty high. Well, actually it's more than 12 inches, I believe. It's more like 14 inches. It's a little higher. I need to lower it down to kind of push more power for the corals, especially on the right side. So yeah, male halides. So far it's really nice. It looks just like the ocean. I used to live in the Philippines, like 5 minutes away from the ocean, and I would snorkel, see live corals in the wild, and It's just like looks like you're snorkeling. Hence the white background. So it looks kind of crazy where it's if you just like go right close up. A lot of people have black background. Meanwhile, I have like a white background. A lot of people used to say, "Don't do it. It's gonna look terrible." Well, I did it anyway. Yeah, looks pretty nice. It looks like you're just under the water. So it will also reflect a lot of the light around. The black background will basically absorb light, will clear or mirror will reflect the most, while the white background will just scatter it everywhere like a big reflector. So just like your white sand, if you have the light will hit the white sand and then reflect back up to the coral to a degree. So yeah, hopefully these coral will grow okay. We'll see. I'll keep doing my water change every 1 week. Maybe I'll do one 5 gallon water change every week from now on, or every other week to just help with the ion balance. Because back then, when I used to have 20 gallon or 10 gallon, I used to change the water every week, like 5 gallons. That's like a 50% water change for a 10 gallon. My corals grew like nuts. But in a 90 gallon, it's kind of difficult because it's just a bigger size. So, oh, there's my one side male halide turned off. So yeah, hopefully finger crossed that this water change will help change some of the ionic balance. We'll see. The nice thing about the white background is when the male halide turns off, it the white background too and it turns into like a bluish color. So yeah, crazy. As you know, economy is pretty bad. Inflation, running out of money. I don't really have a lot of budget for my reef tank anymore. So I'm starting to run out of test kit and salt, to be honest. So I might need to start selling some frags or corals around or trade around some local hobbyists or find alternatives. Maybe get some free ones locally to see if someone's quitting the hobby, and try to budget as much. Yeah, hard times, man, rough times. So maybe maybe I'll start fragging some corals and start selling some stuff. So gonna help get more supplies. Well, that should be the update. Thanks for watching. Happy reef keeping. See you next time. Adios.